All right, welcome everybody. This is our special Saturday afternoon live KGX training. My name is Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles, California. I promise you that we're going to keep this short and sweet, give you enough information that you'll be able to learn a little bit more about what to do within KGX. As you see, the last couple of weeks, we've had different trainers on, from Diana Townsend to Jairus Coleman, and now myself. And we wanted to kind of mix it up a bit and not do the same old thing every single week. And if you are unmuted, go ahead and make sure that you have your mics muted. All right, I wanted to start off today because some news just popped up that I was not familiar with. If you guys have been paying attention, I always cover not just basic geopolitics, what's going on around the world, but I do so because I know that it is going to impact what we're doing here in the crypto space. And as you may know, the president's been looking for a new chief of staff all week. And the individual that he tapped to be chief of staff is a gentleman by the name of Mick Mulvaney. Now, why would that matter to the crypto world? So I'm doing a little bit different today. I want to cover this. It's almost like a crypto talk, but it just popped up on my radar screen like 5 minutes before we went live. So I'm going to read this article just briefly and have a little bit of comment on this. But President Trump named Bitcoin and crypto supporter as White House chief of staff. President Trump has named the director of the Office of Management, Mick Mulvaney, as his new acting White House chief of staff. Mulvaney is a prominent supporter of Bitcoin and blockchain technology. During his time in the House of Representatives, the South Carolina Republican helped create the Blockchain Caucus. Are you serious? He's the one who did this? Didn't I just cover that this morning in early morning crypto talk? The Blockchain Caucus. So he is the one who created that. A group of House lawmakers dedicated to creating responsible new policies to the emerging technology. Says Donald Trump tweeted, "I am pleased to announce that Mick Mulvaney, director of the Office of Management and Budget, will be named acting White House chief of staff, replacing General John Kelly, who has served our country with distinction. Mick has done an outstanding job while in the administration." In October, the Blockchain Caucus introduced two pieces of legislation to create a regulatory approach to blockchain technology that supports growth and innovation. The proposals are designed to increase the support and growth of the technology's implementation in the public and private sector, to improve overall policy or privacy, transparency, and efficiency. House Resolution 1108 seeks to increase research and show Congress's support for an innovation-friendly regulatory approach of blockchain technology. Meanwhile, House Resolution 7002 would amend the e-Sign Act to confirm the applicability of blockchain to electronic records, electronic signatures, and smart contracts. Interesting. Why would I highlight that? Well, maybe, what was it, 8 months ago, Steve Bannon, who used to be the right-hand man of Donald Trump, was in Europe giving a speech. And he talked about the future that's all about cryptocurrencies. That was Steve Bannon. Then we have now his new chief of staff is crypto-friendly. So that is good news for those of us in the crypto space, because now we should see policies that will be friendly to help build innovation, build growth for the business and job sector here in the United States. So that is actually good news that's taking place. And let me mute everybody because I keep people are unmuting themselves. All right, so I will. Yeah, I'll put this link in the chat box so you guys can have. It just gave me a brand new quote. I've already posted it on Facebook. But the White House Chief of Staff is arguably one of the most powerful men in the world. And we've got a gentleman here that is Bitcoin friendly. So I like that. All right. What's going on in the markets actually today? You guys should be looking at this every day. I know there might be some people that come on the trainings, but they don't listen to crypto talk. Current market right now, we're looking at 101 billion, Bitcoin dominance 55.3 billion, Bitcoin worth is 32.19. Now, why do I want to highlight that? Well, when we're in KGX, you're here to learn how to navigate in the crypto space. And there's many different ways you can make money in crypto. One of those ways is by buying and holding. And that's probably the number one way where most of the Bitcoin millionaires today made their money, because they bought Bitcoin or mined it from 2009 all the way up to 2014 and 15 before the price of Bitcoin skyrocketed, way when it was less than $1,000 a coin. Another way that you can make money off of the crypto space is by trading Bitcoin, setting up an account on an exchange like this and start trading. This is how I got involved, because by the time I was serious about crypto, Bitcoin was worth over $1,000 a coin. I didn't have, $15, $20, $30,000 laying around to buy me 20 and 30 Bitcoin. So I started with $30, began to trade. The money I would make from the trading, I would use it to flip it in other investments and flipped it into six figures in 4 months. Now, granted, there's two things that helped me during that process, because I was still learning at the same time. I lost money too, but I was still learning. Two things that helped me. One that helped is the fact that Bitcoin went from $1,500 to $20,000 during that same time period. It just kept going up. That helped significantly. Another thing that helped is the fact that I took my skills from the network marketing industry, applied it into the crypto industry to build a team and a following and brand myself. And then I took the money I made from that and used that to invest more into the crypto space. Those two things helped me when I first got started, because the whole thing is earn while you learn. And I want to highlight that fact right now. Since the Bitcoin price in most eyes is depreciated at $3,200 right now, last price. This is going to be interesting. Let's see if this dips below $3,200. $3,200 is the last price. Most people didn't get involved with Bitcoin until after they saw the price over $10,000, $15,000, and almost $20,000. So in their eyes, Bitcoin has crashed by losing almost 80% of its value. However, when you pull the microscope back, Bitcoin right now is still at one of its highest prices it's been in the last 10 years. It only crossed $3,000 a coin around, September, October of last year? All of its existence before then, it was under $3,000 a coin. Did that kill the industry? No. That didn't kill the industry. Oh, Lorna, I love that. You flipped $30 last Monday and now to $100. That's what I'm talking about. Lorna, you got to make a video on that. Make a video, say, hey, you was afraid to jump into this thing. You listen to our Wednesday crypto trainings, started to apply it. Now you flip $30 into $100 in not even less than a week. That's exactly what I did. I flipped 30 into 300. It took me almost 40 days to do so. I took 100 of that and put it into something else and flipped that into thousands. I took 750 of that, put that into an ICO that made me 40K. The rest of the stuff is history. But that's what I'm talking about. Take your education and start to apply it. And your education will also teach you how to make money when the market's going down. For example, I've been watching for almost a month now this bot that's in here doing buy and sell orders of 50 Bitcoin, still operating, $150,000 worth of coins. And I've estimated, just by looking at how it operates, it has made more than $150,000 over the last 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks worth. Because just by watching this trading, it's pulling probably about 5 to 6% a day. A day. 5 to 6%. So you do the math on, if we just, because I like to do this, just pull the calculator out. Let's do some averages. Oh, don't run slow on me, computer. Let's do some averages here. And of course, it's going to take up, I can do it on my phone, but I want you guys to be able to see it. So until that comes up, let me pull it up on my phone. And you guys can do the same on yours as well. So if you had $150,000 and you're making 5% a day, that's $7,500 a day. 7,500 times 30 days, that's 225,000. About 7,500 times 15 days, that's $112,000. That's how I figured that out. But he's using more than 150K. And he's doing sometimes more than 5 or 6% on a day. And if this is a bot, that means there's a whole bunch of other people a part of this, and they're splitting that up. You know, that, I mean, they'll probably be pulling 0.5% a day or less than 0.5% per person, depending on how many people's in this. Anyways, education teaches you how to make money when the market's even going down. And what's up, fellas? Why is it that I see the women making things happen? Oh, I'm not upset by it at all. I've been calling it out. Where are the women at? The women are taking this and stepping up. What I have seen is that the men are the ones that complain, while the women have been the ones that's taking action. The men are the ones, where's the green wallet? Where's the bot? Where the women are taking the education, going on the exchange, and making money. Fellas, where are we at? Oh, now the calculator wants to open up. So just to show you guys how I did that. 150,000 times 0.05%, $7,500 a day. What if you was doing that a week? The thing though is, remember, and this goes for Lorna, what's so exciting is not the amount of money that you're making, but the percentage that you're gaining. Because let's say if Lorna's turned $30 into 100, then she's made 3 times on her money. What if she was started with $3,000? You know what that 3,000 would have turned into? 10K. See that? What if she had $30,000 in there? You know what that would have turned into based on what she did? Not doing anything different than what she did to turn 30 into 100. She would have turned 30,000 into 100,000. Not doing anything different. So Lorna, you keep practicing and keep scaling yourself up. Let your profits make you more money instead of, I always say, don't invest money that you cannot afford to lose. I always say that. Hold on, I got the hammer. Brandon, we need to talk about your Wingstop problem. Hold on one second. I just called you out on live training. Yeah, it's like a household thing with us. Every Friday night is Wingstop night. And they know me in there. When I call to place my order, the moment I call, they already know what my order is. I change it every now and then to different stuff. But I go in there yesterday, and the guy, he's the owner of that branch, was like, whoa, hey, boss, this is your 97th visit. 97? I only go in at least once a week, sometimes once every 2 weeks. So you can go back, there's only 52 weeks in a year. So, we're going back 3 years at least, because I don't go every single week, most of the time. Hold on a second. Sorry, doing live training. Everybody hits me up while I am doing the live training. All right. I love lemon pepper and Louisiana rub. And the rest of the family, they like the mild and they like the barbecue. And my son loves the fries. Oh, and I love the orange. I don't know what it is about their Fanta orange. It just tastes different than if I went to get Fanta orange from the store. I don't know why, but I love their Fanta orange with it. Lemon pepper and Louisiana rub. Anyways, congratulations to Lorna and all the women that is actively taking advantage of this. I'm calling out the men. Where you at? I like this. I see that the Bollinger bars is squeezing. Now it's on the upward trend. Well, it's kind of staggered here at the bottom. Let's go to the 6-hour chart here. It's a little bit staggered. Not sure what it's going to do, but the top one definitely is going up. The middle one's going up. So we'll see what happens with the price. 32.08 last price. Remember, it was at 3,200. Going up just a tad bit. So education teaches you how to read these charts and what's going on. Those of you that is still learning this stuff and you're not quite there yet, or you don't have enough money that you're willing to invest just yet. And that's okay. That's okay. Here's what you can do. Earn while you learn. How? Take advantage of KGX. This is the time that not only are you going through the training, but you're telling other people, showing them the training, selling the product. You're going to hear from Diana this week, going over a whole series on how to get to $5,000, $10,000, $50,000 extra from our compensation plan of just sharing the product with others. You share it with 10 people, you just made $1,000. If you follow a format, I know exactly what to do to make $50,000 in 6 months. I'm qualified to say it because I did that and then some, just off the compensation plan. If you follow just 2 getting 2 for 12 months, that's $50,000 plus. And all you did was share it with 2 people. That doesn't sound like you got to go out there and recruit the world. You just shared it with 2 and taught them how to do the same thing. But then what if we compress that time frame and say, instead of it taking you 1 month to find 2, and then them another month to find 2, and then them another month to find 2. Well, you just had 3 months go by, and you have 2, 4, 6. You have about 10 something people on your team after 3 months. You didn't make a whole lot of money yet. This is when most people decide to quit. Well, I've been at it for 3 months. I ain't made no money yet. If you continue that process of everybody, it takes them a month just to get 2 sales. At the end of 12 months, you end up with about 4,000 people on your team. Our Kryptonary, you're getting paid on half of that from your weak side leg. That meant you're getting paid on 2,000 something people. I'm going off the top of my head here. I don't have the chart in front of me. I think it was 2,058 or 2,048. But let's say I think it's 2,048 times 50 is the fork. Oh yeah, you're not going to get the fork anyway. 2,048 times $25. That's $51,000. Who here would like to earn an extra $51,200 just from 2 getting 2 getting 2 getting 2? Forget 12 months and it takes you a whole month to get 2 sales. What if it only took you a week? And then those new people that got started, it took them a week. And you did that in 12 weeks. 12 weeks. You know, that's 3 months. Who would like to make an extra $50,000 by March? By following 2, getting 2, getting 2. Now, I never let my minimums be my maximums. That's why I focus on 3. I focus on, you paid $300 to join KGX. Make your money back. How do you make your money back? Sell it to 3 people. That should be goal number 1. While you're going through the education, knock out your 3 sales at the same time. Now you've accomplished something. You made your money back. Everything from that point forward is free. You've eliminated risk. Nobody can say you lost, KGX took your money. And then you teach those 3 people how to do exactly what you did. Get their money back. They're going to get a brand new promo video, just like the one I made for, who was that? Barbie doll murals. Stephanie. I just made one for Stephanie. So you get your 3, you get your money back, show other people how to do the same thing. Now, what happens if 3 getting 3 over the course of 12 months? That number almost quadruples. Well, I'm just saying, but you're going to hear Diana just talking about 2. It's crazy. Now, what do you do with that money? You use that money to invest. You use that money to buy some green rigs. Use that money to put into our Forex trading when it launches. Put into our crypto trading desk when that launches. You might use it to buy a couple Bitcoin ATM machines and place them around town that you're going to earn 3% on every single transaction. You can use it to put 10K into your own Poloniex or Bittrex or Binance account to trade with. And now with 10K, and what happens if you're making 2 to 5% a day on your own trades, or 2 to 5% a week on your own trades? I want to do some math real quick. I like this. Let's say you do earn 5% a week on your own trades from $10,000. 4 weeks, that's 20% on your money. 20%. $2,000 a month on your own money on that 10K. You didn't lose the 10K, and it's generating you $2,000 a month on your own trades. And that's at 5% a week. That means you might be doing 0.5% or 0.7% a day, because you don't need to be sitting in front of your computer screen all day. You can go ahead and do some buy, sell, stop loss orders and walk away from your computer. If you are, serious into a day trading and you decide, you know what, I could probably knock out 5% a day. Let's just say 2% a day on your trades. 2% a day comes out to, say, 10,000. I notice I want to show you this. Times 0.02, $200 a day times 30 days. That's $6,000 a month. That's why I said the other day, me and Jairus were going back to our original game plan when we first started to invest in this space, where you have full control of your own destiny, of putting $10,000 in our own trading account. And then going in here, it's almost like an ATM machine whenever we want to withdraw. I feel like doing it today. Let me do 2%, 3% on my money today. Think of it this way. People that drive Uber, you might be able to make between, what, 100 to 300 bucks a day. What if you just say, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna do my day trading. I'll make about 200-300 bucks today. Do it for 4 days, 3 days out of the week. You write your own check at that point once you learn the skill. That's why we cover it. But to get to the $10,000, you use KGX. Use the affiliate program to raise you some money. And then from there, you put that money and let it work for you. Let me show you another way. This is a big tool that we have that's not being utilized. One of the reasons also is because we haven't been promoting it properly, and that's going to change. Isaac says, please help me. I need to know how to trade badly. Well, you just keep plugging in. We've been covering this for the last couple of weeks. So we've already got 2 weeks recorded and in the book. Did I upload last Wednesday's recording? I think I did. I thought I did. Gotta double check here. Let's make sure. We upload the recordings and we put them in our Facebook KGX community group. Let me just double check here. And I also covering it every single time I do a crypto talk, which is twice a day. So how did Lorna learn how to do it? She's plugging in. Let's see, Bitcoin price, Stephanie. So here's one right here. Brandon and Jared's crypto training from that was on December 12th. I will pull that link in the chat box if you haven't seen that one. What's the one before? Why Bitcoin is not in the death spiral. Bitcoin is dead. I don't think we recorded the, yeah, there we go. Live crypto talk with Brandon and Jared 12.5. So here's 2 of them. So I will put these links in the chat box. So all you have to do is go to my YouTube channel or our KGX members group. But it is your job to plug in. Is we can't make you, we can't force you. All we can do is set it up and let you know when things are taking place and where to go to get the info. And then we're here to answer any questions that anybody might have about, what's going on in trading. And that's the whole point. We had question and answer on Wednesday night, and we'll be doing it again this coming Wednesday. But again, whenever I do a crypto talk, I'm always showing these charts. We did live trading as well, buying and sell live. That's what I'm talking about, Lorna. You can pause, move forward. If you're using Poloniex, here's what I did. Since I didn't have a community group to teach me this, I went to YouTube, and I can't count how many videos I watched where I typed in how to trade on Poloniex. Hundreds of videos popped up, and I just started watching them. I would have them on as background noise, not paying attention, because when I first did it, I had no idea what they were talking about. I didn't know what Bollinger Bars meant and candlesticks, 24-hour chart, 6-hour chart. but I just kept listening because the more I listened, the more my ears got used to hearing those words, like learning a new language. You got to delve into it. And then as I started hearing from different people, I started to understand, well, whoa, they're saying the same thing. You just said it differently, and figuring things out. And I'm always learning. It wasn't until maybe a month ago I figured out this strategy of watching the whales on here. And I know seasoned traders are going to look at me like I'm slow. But then I figured out, wait a minute, if I just follow what these whales are doing and undercut them, I'm always going to win one kind of a way. Like, here's a buy order for 31.79. Okay, I'll put a buy order in for 31.70. They got a sell order in for 32.27. If they're risking $161,000, you don't think that they want that money? So I'm going to put a sell order in for 32.25. Undercut them. That's all. And just rinse and repeat. The only thing is keeping up with them, because if it's a bot, the bot is making adjustments and changes and may cancel an order and then put it back in if it realizes it's not going to meet the mark. That's easy. It's like just copying what somebody else is doing. See, here, you're not penalized from copying somebody else like you are in school. Like, here's a buy order for 30 Bitcoin, $96,000 at 31.83. The price is 32.09. Okay, so they're betting that the price is going to drop. And when it hits that price of 31.80, it's going to trigger a buy, $96,000 worth of Bitcoin. So I would put my buy order in at like 31.90. 31.90. And then, since I bought it at 31.90, I have to sell it higher than that to make a profit. So if I look at the sell orders here, 32.27. So I will put my sell order in at 32.20. So I make a profit. I bought it low, I sold it higher, and then the moment you sell, buy back in, but buy low. Rinse and repeat. You're getting small, you're like, oh, that's not a whole lot. You only got 0.5%. Or 0.25%. That's not a whole lot. Well, what if you did it 5 times? That 0.25% adds up to more than 2, 3, 4% for the day. And again, if that was $10,000 you're moving around, that's $400 you made for the day. How do you become an expert at this? Do it. Just do it. You got to jump in there. All right, so here's another tool that the company has invested heavily in, and it is called the KGX system. Everybody, if you are a paying member of KGX, let me go back to the beginning. Let me log out. You go to worldslaziestnetworkmarketer.mykajabi.com. And I will put this in the chat box. If you have never done this and you are a paying member, go there, use your same login as you would use to sign in to KGX. Well, I am signing in. Go90 Grow, KT members area. So you got it looks like this. Go through this process. Also, you should be on the mailing list of Mark Januszewski. And he has question and answer sessions and training for the KGX system. This system is not about building crypto or building any specific company. It is learning a particular skill set that people will want to sign up for you. And Lorna, if it says that you're getting that error, send an email over to askkgx@gmail.com so that they can match it up, or send a message directly to Mike Boggs, and he'll make sure that your account is attached. So anyone who, this is a skill set you're learning that is going to benefit you in anything, because you're not selling a product, you're learning how to connect with people and being able to get a yes from people before they even know what the name of your company is or the product that you're even selling. So we've got the Start Here section. Just watch the video. K90 Grow introduction video. Have you seen these first? Please join the Go 90 Grow list. Having trouble viewing videos, downloads. You've got a Go 90 Grow PDF file. Then we've got new webinars and news. So we have upcoming news and webinars and stuff. Forget Ray Hodges was already on this back in July. And you'll be interacting directly with Mark J himself. And let's see. Networking 101. So these are the modules: introduction, basics, business formula, 2 deaf, 3 oaths, 4 getting started right, the 3-step plan, 6 sales types and non-sales types. Then you go to the simple 6. Introduction, part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Follow up and follow through. You can actually leave messages here. I know this has not been used because the last thing was August 18th was the last time somebody mentioned, typed something on here. Framed firelighters. All of this is designed to help you take your business to the next level, because our standardized system is about the system, not the leader. So if a leader disappears, the system is still operating. You can go on vacation for 2 or 3 weeks or a month or 2 months and your business not slow down. A new person is not relying on, can they reach the top leader? Follow the system. I'm going to get with Justice LeBron on this to make sure that we are marketing this to our team so that they know to use this hero's journey skills. Business building formula plus. Always be sales 101. You go through this, you will have this. See, here's one thing that I learned. When I had 10 years of failure in network marketing, and then one day I figured it out. And after I figured it out, I realized skill set. It doesn't matter what company I'm a part of, what product is being sold, what industry it is. It doesn't matter. I will always be successful in it. Sell tires from the side of a freeway. The result will still be the same. Why? Because I've learned a certain skill set. That's what this is. You're learning a certain skill set. It's really about people. You're learning how to interact with people. And understanding that people like to buy, they don't like to be sold. I'm going to end this training by teaching you what I learned from Steve Carter, who also learned it from James Dentley. It's called the Feel, Felt, Found method. And this is a condensed version of what KGX is all about. How do I sign somebody up into KGX without ever mentioning KGX? Well, let's say I meet somebody and I'm having a conversation with them. I'm always asking questions, asking them about them. What do you do for a living? How's your life? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I ask a question and I shut up and I just listen. Let them tell me their story. Because 9 times out of 10, they may not even know where they want to be in 5 years because they never thought about it because they're trying to survive the very next day. And they may tell you, you know, this is Christmas time right now, and I have family members that just got laid off from GM right before Christmas, or I got laid off right before Christmas. I have a whole lot on my plate financially. I'm stressed out to the max. I'm looking for a way out. I hope that next year is going to be a great year. I hope. They have no plan, no action, no skills. They're basing their future on hope. They seem to be defeated. And that may seem a generic story for most people. And I will reply, say, you know what? I understand exactly how you feel. And I share my story or somebody else's story that's similar. And I might say like this. I remember when I used to work a 9-to-5 job and I was going to job every day, afraid that I might get laid off. And I actually did. I got laid off twice. I know what it feels like to go into Christmas and not have money in the bank to pay your bills or to even get Christmas gifts and presents. Or even after Christmas and you're like, man, I've got to survive for the next 45 days until I can get my tax return in. I know exactly how you feel because I felt the same way, or I know somebody who felt the same way. You see the bond and the connection that's happening? People want to know that you care, that you listen. And then you just have to feel, I feel your pain. I felt the same way, but you know what I found out? I found out that if I keep going on this path and direction, there's no hope. So I made a decision to change my life completely. I got involved with an opportunity that taught me a brand new skill set. It taught me how to invest properly. It taught me what to do with my money. As a result, I was able to walk off my job and retire at the age of 36 years old. I haven't been back since. Now I have the best Christmases I've ever had in my life. I travel around the world. I go from city to city talking and helping other people and showing them how to do the same thing. I mean, I remember life didn't seem like there was no light at the end of the tunnel. And now I'm looking forward to the future. I know exactly where I want to be 5 years from now. It was great. And then you leave it at that. Now, you know what the other person says? Because what's going through their mind is, wow, if you've been through what I've been through and you figured out how to get out of this rat race, and if you could do it, maybe whatever it is you're doing could help me out. They say, so what is it that you do? Is it something that I could do? Well, I'm glad you asked me that question. Let me share with you what you could possibly do. They have already said yes here. Now, the KGX are going to go into far more detail on that type of a conversation. Essentially, is it okay if I ask you, if I show you how to eliminate these issues and solve your problems? Is that okay? They're going to say yes. They just said yes to your business without you even telling them the name of your business or the product you're selling. Because once you do and they say, no, that's not for me, I always go back, didn't you say that you wanted something more than what you're currently getting right now? So by saying no, you're saying no to where you want to go, where your dreams are, where your future is, because it's just not convenient. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it and nobody would be in the rat race. You must be willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. What are you willing to do? Because whatever it is you're willing to do, I can show you a game plan. It can happen fast or it can happen slow. It's completely up to you. You sign them up without them even knowing. I even tell them up front, there's going to be a cost to this. The cost is $300. Are you ready? Yeah, I got the 300. What is it? That's what I do. I figured that out. I heard that skill when I was 21 years old. I didn't apply it until I was 31 because I didn't get it. It's about the people, not how much you know about the product. My whole focus in those early days was to become the best speaker in the room, to give the best presentation, to know 100% about the product, to be able to talk about the product better than the people who designed it. I figured by me knowing all of that, that was what's going to get me success. And I was completely wrong because the people who made the most money couldn't hold a candlestick to the knowledge I had about the company and the compensation plan. And I remember being so frustrated overhearing a conversation from a seven-figure earner talking about the compensation plan and messing it up with somebody else. And I'm like, how in the world are they making seven figures and they don't even have the compensation plan right? Because I didn't figure it out. It ain't about the compensation plan. It's not about the product. It's not about the company. Not about the industry. It's about the people. I learned another thing. The people who made the most money never talked about their company. They always shared their story. I was like, wow. You go to an Eric Worre GoPro event in Vegas, and those 7 and 8 figure earners on the stage, they're never talking about, oh, how great their company is. They share their story. They've mastered the art of sharing a story. That's why I do so many YouTube videos and lives. When I started to use social media, there was a gentleman by the name of Cedric Harris that I saw making a whole lot of money online, Facebook and YouTube, and I wanted to learn how to do that. I shot him a message, and I said, you know, what advice would you give me? I'd never done a video before. And he said, do a video once a day. I don't care if it's 45 seconds to 5 minutes. I don't care if it's bad or good. Just do it. Okay. My very first videos are still up on YouTube. They were horrible. Horrible. I tried to get smart and get like a green screen behind me and lights and whatnot. And I still came out looking like I ain't ever left the sun. Couldn't see my face. The content that I said was good. The delivery was horrible, but I just kept doing it. And as a result, I got good. I think I have over 2,000 videos uploaded to YouTube. Millions of watches. And I didn't have to twerk to get those views. I didn't have to do something silly. I just did it. Has nothing to do about KGX. It's about changing other people's lives. Those of you say, I don't want to sell, I don't want to recruit. In other words, what you're saying is you don't want to have a positive impact on somebody else's life. Because why else would you not share the fact that cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and blockchain technology is going to revolutionize the world and change somebody's life? Why would you not want to share that with somebody else? I'm just saying. Recruiting in this space should be the easiest thing because I don't recruit. All I do is share what everybody needs to know in the first place. Somebody's got their microphone open. Let me shut that off. That's all I do. People like to buy. They don't like to be sold. You figure that out and learn that skill set, you will always be a top producer. Because you will start to attract people to you because they know you actually care about them. And they're not just a number to you. I hope that makes sense. So I got a couple of minutes. Anybody have any questions or comments? Go ahead and unmute your mic, state your name, where you're calling from, or you can type something in the chat box. Any comments or questions? Wow. Either I was that good or I put everybody to sleep. It's always either or. No comments or questions. Okay, now I just want to see you guys apply this. Between now going into January, since we're in our quiet mode, this is the time you want to go out there and you want to start talking. You want to start sharing. We are at the quiet of the storm of what's about to happen in the crypto space. And then everything else is just going to explode. I appreciate that, Cynthia. Now's the time to build your teams. Here's one thing I tell the leaders. Build your net as big as possible now so that when we do launch new product and services that you haven't even thought of yet, you already have a team in place ready to go. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for those that want to step up, not those that's complaining. Complaining does you nothing. Only focus on what you can control. The most important hand is the one at the end of your own wrist. When you figure that out, everything else comes easy and stress-free. So I want to see who's going to knock out their 3 before this month is out. Who's going to make some money? And I also see who's sitting back waiting for stuff to happen. Those people end up waiting their entire lives. Make something happen. That's what I'm looking for. Who's going to make it happen? All right, so that is it for Saturday training. I'll be back tomorrow morning for early morning. Wait. Will I be back tonight? I will only be back tonight for late night crypto talk if something major happens, something important happens. I'll be back tonight. If not, I'll be back tomorrow morning for early morning crypto talk. Getting ready to start off the last full productive week before Christmas. But I don't stop in between time. You know, this is a lifestyle for me, not a job. My dad was like, man, you work so hard. I said, really? Am I working? I just came back from Santa Clara. Came back from Dallas, came back from Chicago. I travel, I'm chilling. I'm having fun. This is work. You realize you could put in so many hours you don't realize you're working? That's when you know you're passionate about something. I'm not tired at the end of the day. You know, I can't wait for the next day so I can get back at it. So anyways, you guys have a great day. See you again tomorrow morning. I'll get this recording out as soon as possible. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.